Is Sibyl the hidden gems in Call of Dragons? With the right talents, pairing and gear, she can definitely dominate the battlefield. But are you building her the right way? Let's find out. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more Call of Dragons content. Also drop a comment below. Who do you think is going to be the best pair for Sibyl? So first I'm going to start with Sibyl Identity and Role in Call of Dragons. And I'm going to start with the spells. And keep in mind, spells is going to determine what kind of talent tree this hero is going to have. So I'm going to start with the first skill. I'm not going to take a lot of time here. It's basically something like one win. With the 3 normal attacks, she's going to do a specific amount of damage. Of course, when you awake her, this thing is going to increase. I mean, the damage from 550 to 650, and also reduce the attack. Legion attack reduction with 5%. This is not much, but keep in mind, if you reduce the attack of like 10 legions, you're going to like take out half legion from the battlefield. So pretty decent rage skill, especially from point of doing damage. Let's jump to the second one, Blue Blood. She's a royalty or something like this. When the hero launches a rally, ignores 10%. Of course, it can go up to 10% from the enemy HP. And keep in mind, in the rally these days, in 2025, I think is going to be even in the future, ignoring HP is something crucial that you have to have in your rally and your garrison. That's why right now the best garrison is a Mogro, just because he's reducing the HP by 30%. And by Mogro, I mean also with the Goresh. Mogro Goresh is the best defenders right now from point of garrison. And this don't have any kind of chance to actually happen. But to Legion defense bonus, to get some Legion defense bonus, it has a 50% chance to increase defense to 20% for 3 seconds. Whatever it takes skill damage. This effect can be triggered to 1 every 5 seconds. Now, about the skill damage, you know, Goresh, even though that he's not doing big amount of skill damage, is still skill damage. So every small, even pet, I'm not like 100% sure, but I think also pet skill damage is also a skill damage. So everything combined, I think, is going to trigger this 20% defense bonus a lot. And honestly, this enemy HP bypass is huge for the rally. It's a precedent. I don't remember there is another hero that when launch rally reduce the HP. And again, reducing HP is with crucial importance in Call of Dragons. The next one is Hero Marksman, deals 5% more his hero skill damage. Obviously, she's based on the skill damage and she's going to continue buffing this skill damage, which is crazy. And get 8% HP and 4% march speed. So in total it can actually get 20% more HP. Very important for the survivability. I mean, we already talked about reducing the HPs with crucial importance in the huge fights. Rallies, and buffing the HP is the other way around. Also, she is giving marksman march speed bonus, which can be 10%. And this is very good for synchronization between your marches. But even though right now Sibyl and Falgrim is the 2 heroes that have built it in march speed bonus, so you can actually take out some talents from the march speed, so you can build pretty decent synchronization between your legions. So for Sibyl, I think we're not going to need that much points over the march speed. So this spell right here is a very good one. It's a very good one. And finally, the 4th skill, on reach 500. This is a very important. People understand this skill because this skill is a game changer. No joke. On reaching 500 rage, inflict defense break upon the target for 15 seconds. So this is actually even going to catch 2 life cycles of a rage skill and get physical keen for 15 seconds. Now, physical keen attack bonus can go to 40%. This is brutal amount of percentage. And defense reduction at 10%. Why this is important? Because at 500 range, you're basically on halfway to trigger your rage skill. On 1000 rage, you're going to trigger your rage skill. And this actually catch 2 times, since I think the rage skill, depending how much inspiration or rage regeneration you're having, but it's around maybe 10 seconds, 9-10 seconds. So in situation like this defense break is actually catching 2 life cycles of a rage skill. Very important. and it's triggered before your first rage skill. So it's not like you hit with the rage skill and you get this extra defense break and physical kin. Boy, the physical kin is crazy, 40% attack bonus on the biggest damage troop in Call of Dragons. That's why actually the game provide us with Margaret Zeta, which is built around the normal attack, Cinder Frygar, which is built around the normal attack, and this hero is with rage skills, but still is built around the normal attack. So this spell I really like a lot. And finally, we already said about the Awakening. It is basically same amount of hits. Here just increase the damage factor is with 100, but since it's a 3 shots, it's something like 300, which is nice, I'm not gonna lie. Rest of the skills is a very good one. It's a very good one, supportive, and this hero is going to do brutal amount of damage. So what we can actually pair this hero, we're going to see later in the video. But from first look, even for rally having this 10% HP bypass is crazy. So based on the skills I always said in my videos, we can actually pick the talent tree. And this hero, in my opinion, still I think Marksman is not at this point where they can actually launch a rally. Of course, we see crazy results with Margaret Zeta, especially Margaret passive skill, 450 normal attack damage. But still, till this day, I don't think Marksman can fit very well for the rally. The main reason is, yeah, they do big damage, but they take also big casualties. So one Goresh rally against one Margaret rally, well, you definitely know where the things will go. So I'm going to take out the rally and in the same time the control talent tree. She already have this defense break, which the control talent tree is actually giving you. It's basically this thing here, some percentage to inflict defense break. So she by default have this defense break. So the only thing she's actually needing is something to boost this power, this huge amount of rage skill damage that she's having. So I think Sibyl is not going to be a commander. Now, I think you may guys be a little disappointed from this, since I spoke about the talent tree, but I'm like 90% sure, like everybody's going to agree that this talent tree is not fitting well with the skills she's having. And if you build a talent tree to support your deputy, this is not good way to go. You need a talent tree that is supporting both heroes. But if you want to go with the talent tree, maybe the rally talent tree is going to be good. Definitely this hero need to be tested in the rally. I mean, this 10% bypass the HP, you can combine her with some other hero and you know, you can build pretty decent HP reduction. And boy, the things are getting crazy in Call of Dragons from point of HP reduction. Everybody's looking for this HP reduction. So I'm not like 100% sure, but still, she's having a decent rally boosters. So if she's not going to be your best pick for the rally, I mean for the commander, who is going to be the commander for this hero? And I think like 95% from the people get one light in their head what is going to be, and this is going to be with Falgrim. The main reason is, for the first time in Call of Dragons, we're presented with a hero that's a marksman and have skill talent tree. The other heroes that is doing some damage is Crack, which is mobility, Guanwei, which is precision, Nico, which is precision, and of course Kinara, which is control. So Falgrim is something new in the game, and skill talent tree definitely is going to support the huge amount of damage Sibyl can actually do. And this is not all. Now, from the skill talent tree, you can get even more boosters for this HP reduction. What I mean by that, if I get one hero that is having these talents and go here, you're going to see that we have this unquenchable will, which can reduce the bypass the HP by extra 2%. So you're going to get pretty decent HP reduction, and at the same time, Falgrim is an AoE damage dealer, and if you don't do AoE on the single target, the damage is increased. So it's not big surprise that the two new heroes, the best synergy there is actually between these two heroes. Maybe there is a couple exceptions for Goresh, Kogu, and Mogru downfield, since I think right now Goresh Mogru is the best legion for the open field, and Mogru Goresh is the best legion for the garrison. You know, from here it's like generation 2 and generation 3 infantry. I think it's 4 actually. No, it's 3. Generation 2 and 3 is building one extremely strong legion, but especially for the new marksmans, I think we're not going to see that big switch, because really Sibyl, with the damage she's dealing, I think definitely needs something to boost even further this damage, and Falgrim is going to do this work. Now, if you don't have Falgrim, which is actually the easiest one to be get, let's start from there, since he's from the Wiki Spin. Right now we even have a Wiki Spin, so even free-to-play players can actually get this hero, and Falgrim is going to be good pick for any rage skill damage dealer like Kinara, Nico, even Guanwen, even Craig. Now Craig is one of the heroes that a lot of people underrate just because it's an epic, but boy oh boy, he can do crazy amount of damage. So for me, the best pairing is going to be between these two heroes. Now, if you don't have Falgrim and you still want to combine her with something, maybe the best pick is going to be Nico. I think Nico is going to do good work, but nah, not actually Nico, because Nico, the rage skill of the Nico, if you put him as a commander, where is this little guy? If you put him as commander, he's going to apply this defense break, defense reduction. But Sibyl on 500 rage is going to apply defense break. So you actually don't benefit from the Nico rage skill debuff. So I think maybe it's going to be one idea to be with Kinara, something like Sibyl Kinara. Rests like Syndrian, Frygar, maybe Frygar. Honestly, maybe Frygar. I'm not so sure. This critical that she's having apply also for the normal attack, for the rage skill. Normal attack, critical rate. This is for normal attack, but still she's doing some rage damage, so maybe she's also going to be a good pick. But this time she's going to be a deputy. There is a lot of ways you can, pair this hero, but in my opinion, it's just between Falgrim and Sibyl. This is the best synergy, and she's going to be deputy there. So let's talk about the gear, basically the pets and the artifacts. Now, currently I don't have her, but I think, by the way, for the artifact, you can use whatever artifact you like. And here is the thing, something specific for Cow Dragon. Now, there is a difference between support legions and, of course, damage dealer legions. So there you can actually switch. For example, it's going to be, stupid to put on Lilia a tier of Airborne, for example, since she's a damage dealer. And the only artifact I think that is for a specific hero is actually this one. So if I make a video for Lilia, I'm going to say this is the best artifact. This is the artifact for Lilia. But for the rest of the heroes, I think a suit artifact is going to fit very well with a Sibyl, even though you can actually use some artifacts that is boosting the attack. But I think attack is not actually the artifact for her. And by attack, I mean this thing here. This Heart of Kamasi, even though that I think is very underrated, this artifact, because it's just people are not using it because it's not doing damage. Now Shadow Blades, well, 360 doing huge amount of damage. So Shadow Blades can be good for her, and any Asud. I'm pointing Asud artifact for Sibyl. Now, since she's going to be a deputy, I don't think I have to talk that much about the pets. But some of the pets people are using, especially with Falgrim. I think Falgrim is Sibyl just for the survivability. And if you run legions, couple legions with a marksmans, and you have Margaret Zeta there, I think for Falgrim is going to be good. Sand Lizard. This is the combo that if you pick to go with Falgrim as a commander and Sibyl as a deputy, I think Sand Lizard is going to fit very well there. Now, if we have to talk about the alternative builds for different playstyle, I think there are not many heroes that have different playstyle. Maybe not many heroes, for example, like Skogo. Skogo can be also used with cavalry, with mobility talent tree, and you can even put this artifact with her to increase the speed, the legion march speed. So, Sibyl is not of this type of heroes where you can, you know, switch a lot with the talent trees for specific situation. And in my opinion, she's going to be deputy, so I don't think you have to make like 10 talent trees for her. I think one is going to fit very well, and this is talent tree for the control. Now I'm going to say couple mistakes people are doing. I think right now in Call of Dragons we don't have, oh my god, the game actually lack a little, but there is not many mistakes right now in Call of Dragons. The only thing is make first the first skill, the rage skill, 5 times, and from there I think you can actually open Sibyl till the end, because I think this spell here is a very good one. 40% attack bonus. This one is a very and must have. So my tip here is open the rage skill, and from there you can just open the rest of the skills. This hero is not of this type of heroes, like for example let's say Margaret, to be like 5-5-5, and after this you open the fourth one. It's something like Muxiang, where the fourth skill is actually doing pretty decent job from the skills of this hero. So my final thoughts about Sibyl, should you actually go and invest in this hero, is actually yes, if you're marksman, since you know Margaret Zeta don't have this thing like attack range medium, and this put her in very bad situation, when if there is no long range warfare you cannot actually put Celestials with this hero. So from point, if you're marksman main, yes. If you're mage main or whatever else main, is the answer is going to be no, because you know rest of the marksmen is going to be absolutely the same. Again, maybe Margaret Zeta can be different, but their specific case, their special case. So I think it's worth investing in this hero. With Falgrim they can do crazy amount of damage. Now if you want to see one strong or basically overpowered troop that nobody want to use in Call of Dragons, and this is infantry, I'm going to put one video here where we are basically discussing how the infantry from the most weak become more strong, but still nobody's using this troop.